Hello students, welcome to the lecture of English Grammar. Today we are going to talk about tense. Tense is the topic which usually gives attention to the students. The structure of the tense, the formula, the rules, regulation seems very difficult to the students because we had been studying tense with the help of paper and pen. But today we are not going to study this with the help of pen and paper. We are going to use very simple technique so that you can learn it very easily. Okay, so before we start, we should know that what is tense. Tense is nothing but it is a representation of time which is denoted by verb in its grammatical form. There are three types of tenses, that is present tense, past tense and future tense. Present tense means the work which is going on. Past tense means the work which has already been over, and future tense means that work is yet to be accomplished. Okay. So whenever we are in need of communication, we need to communicate some sentences. The sentence comprises of two parts. The first one is your subject, another one is predicate. The subject usually contains noun or pronoun, and the predicate part consists of object and your verb. The nucleus of the subject is known as verb. Now, verb has its six forms: V1, V2, V3, V4, V5 and V6. Now what are these forms? V1 is your present form, V2 is past form, V3 is past participle, V4 is present participle, V5 is present simple and V6 is infinitive form. Let's understand with the help of one example. Let's for example take an example of word write. Write is V1 form, V2 is your wrote, V3 is written, V4 is writing, V5 is writes and V6 is to write. Now, as I suggested you that we are not going to make use of any pen and paper. We are going to make a use of very simple trick which will help you to understand and memorize it even you are in journey, even if you are out of your classroom or even if you are on bed. So, what is this trick? As we know that there are three tenses, likewise we are having three partitions in our finger. The first one is the topmost part is considered as the present tense. The second part of our fingers is the past tense, and the third part of our finger is our future tense. Now there are four conditions. So the first one is indefinite or simple condition, the second one is continuous, third one is the perfect condition, and fourth one is perfect continuous. Do you know that why do we use all these four conditions? Yes, the indefinite or simple condition is used in order to represent those situations when we are talking about habit, customs, cultures or routine of any person. Now, when we are taking into consideration the continuous tense, then we are talking about the work which is going on. Now, the third condition, perfect condition, it comes when the work has been done by the doer. Now, what is perfect? The continuous situation. In this situation, we have started the work, but the work has not yet finished. Okay. Now, what this matrix says? We are having three tenses here, and we are having four conditions here. Now, the matrix says that this one is present simple, this one is past simple, this one is future simple, this one is present continuous, this one is past continuous, this one is future continuous, this one is present perfect, this one is past perfect, and this one is future perfect. And here we are having present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous and future perfect continuous. Now what is the formula? Because that is the most difficult part in the matrix of tense. Now, as I told you, there are six forms of verb, so we need to just incorporate these six forms according to the situation. Now, what are these tenses? Now, for this present simple tense, we are having formula subject plus V1 oblique V5. For past simple condition, we are having subject plus V2. For future simple condition, we are having formula subject plus shall oblique will plus V1. Students, notice that whenever we would be using future condition, we have to use shall or will in every place. Now, we'll come back to continuous tense. The formula of present continuous tense is subject plus is oblique am plus oblique are plus V4. Mind it, we are going to use V4 condition in all these conditions. Okay, so the past continuous tense is subject plus was oblique were plus V4. Now what is future continuous tense? The formula would be subject plus shall oblique will plus be plus V4. As I told you that we have to make use of only V4 in continuous tense, similarly we have to make use of only V3 tense in our perfect situation. Now the perfect situation says subject plus has have plus V3. Then formula of past perfect condition is subject plus had plus V3, and formula for this would be future perfect condition would be subject plus shall will oblique have shall oblique will plus have plus V3. Now the last, the present perfect condition, the present perfect continuous tense will be having formula subject plus has have plus been plus V4. Then the formula for the next one would be subject plus have plus been plus V4 plus since oblique for. Now the last one, the formula for present perfect future perfect continuous would be subject plus shall oblique will plus have plus been plus V4 plus since oblique for. Now we have studied these 12 formulas, and when we are going to use these 12 formulas in assertive, negative, interrogative sentences, as well as in the first person, second person and future third person, as well as along with the singular and plural persons, we are going to make a commendable change in our communication, because this formula will help us to transform this one single formula into 216 variations. Mind it, 216 variations. When you will learn in this manner, you are not going to forget any of the grammatical rules in your lifetime. Okay, so thank you very much, students. Good luck.